it.
Please.
Grab my bike. Excuse me.
Right, get her off the street.
Take it out.
That's what I'm trying to do, but she wants
Take
to
it out.
She's not.
Take it out.
It's all about moral laws. Those I stick to. You know, I didn't do anything to the policeman. He decided he could grab me. You know, whatever. You can make the choice of who's right or who's wrong. I'm just trying to do my job.
People think many things about bikers.
They get in the way a lot, I think, of the traffic. And, but I think some of them are very nice. I mean, I've never met a bike messenger, so I wouldn't really be able to tell you.
They have cute butts. Is that all? Yeah, pretty much.
I think they kind of become a haven for the socially irregular. Okay, I really do, honestly. I mean, they don't stop, they don't care, and it's not just a buck. I mean, it's really, it's nasty.
There's a discrimination base that goes on. Messengers, we don't have feelings.
Hi.
How you doing today? Oh, give it to the messenger, or blame it on the messenger. I mean, we're the excuse, the little grungy little street person.
I have the faintest idea. They said just pick up a package, possibly from Steve from the mailroom.
My only problem with them is in the summertime, they're always hot and sweaty and they want to use the telephones. And I don't want them sweating all over our telephones.
Meanwhile, I own my own apartment. I have a slightly extensive stock portfolio, and I go on very nice vacations.
There are a lot of people who envy us.
Looks like a good job as long as the weather's nice, right? So it don't snow or rain on you.
A lot of people admire us.
It's very good people. You know why? Because they know the street very well, like me. Always. They work on the street. This is New York street.
What do we think about bicycles in New York? A part of New York. Okay? That's it.
What do you think about bike messengers?
Oh, bike messengers. Oh, yeah, that's another question. They're great. They're part of New York.
I like them, yes.
I don't know what's going on over there.
Well, they're not crazy. They're just doing a job. And we ought to have more bikes in the city than cars.
Back in 1987, they tried to close off streets to us.
They wanted to take Fifth Avenue, Park Avenue, and Madison Avenue away from us between the hours of 10 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon. And, we weren't going to stand for it because the majority of our clients were along those routes. Those were the fastest routes uptown and downtown, on the east side. And we weren't going for it, Our livelihood was at stake.
So we did a traffic slowdown. All the messengers would get together at Houston Street and 6th Avenue and block 6th Avenue and have a slow march up 6th Avenue and come back down 5th Avenue. And what it really did was just show the city, what happens when messengers get together, because people don't think of bike messengers as being able to organize.
When Mayor Koch came down on us talking about we couldn't ride on Fifth Park in Madison, he must have been crazy. Once the word got around, they said, what? That's life's blood, man. Nuh-uh, it ain't gonna work like that.
And I ended up leading thousands of messengers up on these protests. We fought City Hall and won.
Grew up partially on a farm. Grew up around horses. I showed horses and a lot of responsibility from the age of like 9 or 10, I guess, out feeding at 5. I was kind of the stray cat, the one who went out to see a lot of different things. But I think in the very beginning, I wanted to be a messenger because I was admiring everyone. I admired it for something fun, but also very rough and tough.
She definitely does it because of the danger. Danger is her thing. Like, for instance, if you see the way how she rides between traffic to get a package delivered, it's totally crazy. I see it,
To come out here and ride a bike takes a lot of guts in traffic in New York City. But above that, I also race bicycles. It's really hard to balance the two. The amount of work it's going to take for me to actually make a lot of money means that I've exerted that much energy, and that much energy I can't put into my training. You can be a real fast messenger, but being put in a race with 70 or 80 other bicycles at top speeds for an hour and a half of racing, it takes a different kind of person. It takes a lot of different training. The difference, I think, is the endurance level. I mean, there's a whole different story to go out and ride for 5 hours of uninterrupted riding, and to go out and messenger and have to stop here and deal with this and deal with that. So I take the weekends to regroup and put in the solid mileage. Being a woman out here, it's hard on your body, especially through the cycles that we go through. Certain things that you have to take out here just because of the pollutants and the toxins in the air. Take a lot of multivitamins every day. I have a package of probably 10 vitamins that I take 3 times a day. Yeah. As far as my racing, this is a race that I won, Labor Day Track Program. It's the end of the season. It was a 2-day event, and as a woman, I took overall winnings for that one. These are the medals from this year at districts. This, that's a 3rd and 2 seconds, but those seconds are only behind a world champion. I'd like to be world champion, that's my overall goal. And I don't think that there's any reason, if in a year I went from a Cat 5 cyclist to a Cat 2, why couldn't I be world champion in 3 years? You know, if I'm racing what this country has to offer is their fastest, I don't see any reason why I shouldn't be there.
I'm quite sure, like she said, she'll make it to the World Championship, you know. Maybe she'll start by going to the Olympics in '96, you know. That'd be great.
That's Papa Smurf. How you doing, guys? Mr. Feet, the 9. I'm the Flash. E-Man. That's my man, E-Man. And that's Kenyatta right there. Yeah. Kenyatta. And we are the X-Men. All the way.
It's an old comic strip. The X-Men were a bunch of mutants that weren't quite human, that weren't fitting into society, but tried to assimilate as best they could. They would come out of their civilian closet and do the unbelievable.
Yo, grab my bike. Yeah, you got it. Straight.
Out here in New York, you have bicycle messengers, right? That's one level where there's a lot of people in it, right? But then you have the small level all the way on top, known as the X-Men or the Klingons.
That's right, there's good bikers, and then there are the X-Men. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference.
We're up there, and we know it. It's nothing, you know, to hide.
Well, we don't like to brag, but we second to none.
We're also known as the Klingons, because that's what we do. We cling on to fast-moving vehicles.
But we like hustle a little bit, and we try to grab that car, right? We just snatch it. We catch it, you know what I'm saying? We just cling on to that bad boy and we with it. It's out.
We're traffic surfers. We ride traffic lights like in a wave.
The wave is the synchronized lights, which change green as we go by blocks. And that's a wave. It keeps moving and
the light turns
for
green.
like 20 blocks.
20 blocks, more like 40 blocks.
The X-Men, well, I kind of think of them as a circus act. You know, I think they're, in a way, like they're really cool what they do, but I think it's really dangerous. I think they set a bad example, actually, for a lot of people that are riding bikes, because they do all sorts of crazy maneuvers, like hanging on cars. And a lot of people watch that and try and emulate it, and then get seriously hurt.
Everybody likes to say they're fast, you know. We like to say we're fast too, but we like to be exciting. What we do is if a car cuts us off, we're gonna keep going straight at the car. And we're either gonna scare the driver to the point where we're gonna make him stop, or poof. Peter had a big accident like 3 years ago. And ever since he had that accident, he wore the helmet. Because of our friend, the Legend, which was the one who originated everything. Joey the Legend gave us the idea of the protective wear. That's why we all wear Kevlar pants. These pants right here, they're made out of Kevlar. The same things that tires are made out of. You know, we wear jerseys, we don't wear short sleeve. We try never to wear short sleeve shirts. We always try to wear long sleeve. We wear elbow pads, we wear knee pads underneath. This is all hardcore.
Joey Joe, the Legend, is the original. Joey's out there 12 years plus. He invented everything the X-Men do. They weren't even in puberty when he was doing what he was doing.
My name is Joey. I'm a New York bicycle messenger, have been for the past 12 years. I'm 39 years old. I am the first X-Man, and I'll be an X-Man till the day I die. This is not a stepping stone job for me. This is my life. If there's anything I want to be proud of, is the fact that I'm a good bicycle messenger. I'm reliable, dependable, I've earned the most money, I've delivered the most packages, and that's part of being a legend. A legend won't let you down. It seems like everybody wants their envelope 5 minutes ago, so you do whatever it takes to get the job done, and I just started holding on to buses, trucks, cars, anything going my way, I'd hold on. I like to ride alone. I've done speeds up to 80 miles an hour, but during the workday, I pretty much keep 50, 55 miles an hour, and you put your heart into it. You don't be a clown, and especially, you don't be a clone either. Men have been killed out here trying to copy what I've done, and it's not to put on a show. I'm not a stuntman. I'm not a show-off. Whatever I do, it's got something to do with my job and meeting my deadline. And I suppose that's why I don't have many accidents. And I can recall whenever I did have an accident, I was showing off. Yeah, I wear protective gear, but it's not a costume. It serves a purpose. Purpose is safety. I got a handsome face. I want to keep it.
He's so sexy, yeah. So sexy, yeah.
First thing that comes to my mind is shape and style. Shape, I think, how many times, how many hours I have to stand on the Stairmasters to get the same tights, the same legs, the same butt. Style, you know, what Chanel would have done without them in the last 5 collections.
Sex object, they love me.
Hey, those sexy legs, that's all it takes.
When I first came here 8 years ago, you hardly saw men wearing tights. It was like unheard of. But then when we started introducing that, besides the cyclists who race, people started being a little more receptive to it. And then after a while, you'd go into nightclubs and you see people dancing in biker's gear.
He has a sexy car that gets me far. He has a sexy hat, and I like that. He has a sexy hat.
It's very inspiring for fashion. He's like, they come up with some great outfits, really super stuff.
I know I was pretty much the first one to come out in a skirt. So now I found a skirt that's long enough to cover it and short enough not to get in the way.
Bicycle messengers have brought back the days of Sir Walter Raleigh, Don Juan, the Three Musketeers with the tights.
When you come into an office, you want to make a statement. You want to look good, you want to look professional and attractive.
Imagine your first boyfriend.